Everyone, thank you so much for coming out this morning to our reception for the beginning of our site visit for the 2017 Ontario 55 Plus Winter Games bid on behalf of the Town of Cobourg. We're really happy to have all of you here this morning to show the support of the community, that we know that this community will be really behind this event if we are successful in getting it. My name is Ashley Haynes. I'm from this building, the Town of Cobourg. I'm the Sport and Events Coordinator here, and with me is Krista Williams, our Seniors Program Coordinator, and the two of us have been working very hard over the last couple months on putting this bid together and today together, so we're really happy to be at this point, and to be at this point to be having the site visit, so we've gotten this far. So just first, I just want to welcome our special guests today. They're kind of in the back there, and also former colleagues of mine, so I'm even happier to have them here today. So we have Erin Hamilton, Games Manager of Sport Alliance Ontario, Adam Vickers, a Games Consultant with Sport Alliance Ontario, Gail Pryor, the President of the Board of the Ontario Senior Games Association, and Jeffrey Johnson, the Program Manager for the Ontario Senior Games Association. So let's all give them a round welcome. So like I said, I used to work with most of these people, and I'm really happy to have them here in Cobourg and be able to show off not only this building, but all the great facilities we have in Cobourg and the area. So that's what we're going to be doing today. After we finish up this morning, we as a group will be getting on a little bus and touring around the community in various locations that we've put as sport locations and a couple accommodations venues in the community. So that's, if you're wondering, that's what we're doing here today.
Very much, Ashley. I have to tell you, it was I was really pleased when I walked in here this morning and saw so many people, because I was glad that it wasn't someone just pulling an April Fool's joke on me by putting this in my calendar to appear here today. So, but you know, I would, on behalf of council and staff, like to welcome everybody here today, the press, all of the volunteers that we have, and of course our special guests as well. You know, this is a very special event for Cobourg. It was 4 years ago this month that we opened this facility, and you know, our expectation at that time was this would be an anchor for many great events that would take place not just in Cobourg, but in the Cobourg and the surrounding area, and that has proven to be so true over the years. You know, we have had major hockey tournaments, we have had the para sports, we've had volleyball tournaments, you know, the list goes on and on and on, and they've all been very successful events. And I think you know, it's worthy of saying that it's not just the facilities that make the event. It's also about the staff and the volunteers that we have. We have an excellent staff that are experienced in running events. They do a great job in organizing, and the volunteers in Cobourg are very committed to supporting any event that we have in the Town of Cobourg. In the Town of Cobourg, we in the year 2000, we started a Civic Awards Committee, and that committee recognizes people in the Town of Cobourg who've made outstanding volunteer contributions to the quality of life in Cobourg. So next Wednesday night, a week from today, it'll be the 14th year of the Civic Awards, and we will again be recognizing the people who have volunteered. And so that's the kind of volunteer and pride of community that we have here in Cobourg. So while you go around and visit all the sites that you're going to see today, you will find out that they're all first class and well supported by staff, by their staff, as well as the ones that are supported by our staff. But what you won't see is you won't see the pride of community, and you won't see the volunteer spirit that's here. So I just want to make sure that you understand that we have never, in the Town of Cobourg or surrounding area, been short of volunteers. As a matter of fact, any time that we've had a major event like the para sports, we get more volunteers stepping forward than we actually need. It's an awful thing to have to tell people when they want to volunteer and contribute to the community that we don't need your help because we've already got enough people. But that's the kind of community that you are going to see when you do your tour today. So again, on behalf of the staff, you know, and council, we're very much looking forward to being selected as the site for the 2017 games, and I can assure you that we will give you 100% support. And actually, it's going to be an opportunity for me. I have so many people in the town of Cobourg talking to me about pickleball. I have yet to see a game, but Warren McCarthy over here, one of our volunteers, is always talking about pickleball, so I'll make sure I come and see it played at a very, very high level in 2017. Thank you very much.
I'm here as the representing the Northumberland Sports Council, which is a group of like-minded sports enthusiasts that represent the entire county. We have about 25 different members on the sports, as members of the Sports Council, ranging from the various municipalities in our county, as well as sport groups that range from lacrosse to curling to basketball to soccer, all the different sports throughout our county. What we bring to this game, or these games, is the expertise that we can provide and the communication that we can provide at all levels, whether it be local, regional, or provincial. We have a very strong group of people who are technically sound when it comes to sports, and all of us have some sort of background in sports. And we're just so excited that we can do this again in collaboration with the Town of Cobourg, because we believe in these kinds of things. We believe in the development of sport and recreation throughout the entire community, whether it be older adults or whether it be young children. And this just fits so well with what our mandate's all about. And we believe that that by having the games in our area, it just can't do anything but enhance the opportunities to create physical activity, for our people to become literate in what's important about physical activity. And we were really excited about entering into this partnership. I would conclude with the fact that, as I said just a couple seconds ago, we have some expertise that goes historical. I must tell you that in a previous life, in one of my first career opportunities, I was actually the coordinator of the very first games in the city of Kitchener for the older adults of the province in 1986. So it's great to see that the games have come as far as they have. It was a dream of all the people back then, and I congratulate the Ontario Senior Games Association, because I think you've done a great job in the past. That's all I have to say today, and I'm looking forward to this great experience. Thank you.
So this is something, since I came to Cobourg, I knew that this was an event that I would love to have here in the community. So when it came about, this session of the cycle of bids came out, Krista and I talked about it and said let's go for it. Got some support from council, went to council and got their backing, and we prepared a bid, worked really hard on a bid for this event, and have submitted it back in February, and heard back from them a couple weeks ago about that we were successful to get to this point of having a site visit, and here we are today. The Ontario Senior Games Association and the Ontario 55 Plus Games are all about encouraging individuals 55 plus to be engaged in physical activity and stay engaged out in the community and involved, healthy living, all part of the Sport for Life model, where they're active for life and continue to be active well beyond 55 plus. So we work directly with the Ontario Senior Games Association on the bid process specific to the 55 plus games. This is a great event. It's upwards of 1,000 participants, all age 55 and older, and it's a very active event. You'll be amazed at the physical level of activity of these people. They're the hockey players, volleyball, the skiers. It's amazing what these people can do and the example that they show for everybody of all ages. So Cobourg submitted a bid to us, a written bid submission, which we reviewed initially and determined to move forward with the site visit. So today, our focus is on actually visiting the facilities, hotels that they identified in the bid process in their written document to evaluate further, and we'll take the information that we gained today and include that in our full extensive evaluation and along with the written bid submission. There are 10 sports, so there is what would be here in the community center, hockey and volleyball. There's badminton, there is cross-country skiing as well as downhill skiing. There is bridge, which is the one card game in this event, and there is alpine bowling, 10-pin bowling. Unfortunately, with 10-pin, we don't have one here, so we will have to send those people to Peterborough. And curling, I think, curling, table tennis. I knew there was one other, table tennis. So part of the evaluation involves looking at multiple components of the bid submission and the site visit, from the accommodations to the sport venues to their plans around volunteer recruitment and training, community involvement and support, meals, transportation. So there's a variety of different aspects that we have to evaluate, and some key components that need to be met, minimum standards that need to be met and evaluated. So we look at each one of those and do an evaluation, and from there we make a recommendation forward to our board at Sport Alliance Ontario to make a decision and approve our decision prior to communicating back to the community that's bid. We're trying to keep it very Cobourg focused and centered in the community of Cobourg, but obviously this community with 1,000 participants, we need to find beds for all these people, so we are working with communities in our area from Bowmanville to Trenton to accommodate everybody. So Cobourg is the only site visit we're conducting for the 2017 Ontario 55 Plus Winter Games. So they still do need to meet minimum standards. As I mentioned, there are minimum standards for each area that we do evaluate in the bid process, and we need to meet those standards prior to awarding a community the games. Tentative date would be February 21st to 23rd, 2017. That's a Tuesday to Thursday, and right after the long weekend. A great time for our accommodations suppliers. That it's a kind of a shoulder season and midweek, so great time to bring people into the community. I anticipate late April, early May that we will be communicating back to the community as to the status of their bid submission. About bringing 1,000 plus people into this community at one time, it's great, and these are people who we can attract to bring back, that will come back and come to the beach in the summer and come back and shop downtown and really make this a location that they want to visit in the future. So this will be a great, and even while they're here, they're going to be going to local restaurants, going shopping, being in, like I said, taking up beds in all the hotels. It's going to be quite something in the community. So once that occurs, if standards aren't met, then we wouldn't move forward with awarding the community the games. We would then look to go back out for bids to submit for the 2017 Ontario 55 Plus Games if standards aren't met. Okay. Hit the highlights. We have to make sure that we're hitting minimum standards today, so we just need to make sure that they are happy with the minimum standards. Of course, they're familiar with a lot of our facilities because of having been here for the Parasport Games, but we just want to make sure we highlight. This morning was definitely a highlight, having this many people, especially some of our senior center members come out. It was great to see.